The content was different than other classes that I've taken because the first class that I took had a leadership component, and one of the things we learned was that for a long time, leadership was just concerned as something that you couldn't learn about. It was just you were either a leader or you were a follower, and that was pretty eye-opening to me. In citizenship and careers, I really started to think of myself in the public sector, acting not just in my everyday life, and that really gave me an idea of what I wanted to do in society after I graduate. I was pushed by the C295, the Citizenship and Careers class, to get an internship. I actually learned a lot in that class by having former PACE students come by and talk about their experiences. And I said, wow, that's really cool that these guys are doing what they want to do and experimenting around. So I think I'm going to do something even different than them, because every PACE student has their individualized usage of the material and the certificate. So for me, I said I'm going to go explore another culture and see how they kind of do the same democratic practices as we are with their culture. The way I used my skills as a PACE student was a lot of listening and not so much telling, because when you immerse yourself in a culture where you're the odd man out, it's not necessarily the smartest thing to do to tell them, why aren't you doing it this way? You should do it this way. I did a lot of absorbing of their culture and reflecting back why they did certain things. And then leadership obviously came into play when I was teaching. You have to know how the culture affects what they look for in a leader. And not so surprisingly, it's the same exact thing. There are those 5 best practices that really hold true. And it's a matter of gaining their attention to those aspects. Before I went to Ghana, I was thinking about getting a job in government, maybe the State Department, working in foreign areas. But now I actually am thinking about doing some NGO service or maybe international law, because I feel like these things have a lot more impact on the ground than what we do.